floor is yours for our last section.
All right. All right, everybody, bear with me. We only have 2.5 hours left, so I'm kidding. Jeffrey, thank you for bringing John in. I really appreciate that. So to close here, what are you going to do to lead in the year ahead? What can we take away from this rapidly changing world that we live in? The one thing that I see that we could take back is no matter what, if we meet in person, if we're meeting online, we can still make an impact in our communities. And you should be taking advantage of that opportunity. Like before, we can help the healthcare workers online by talking with them, by discussing with them, by just being there for them as an ear, as a trained ear. We also have the opportunity with food banks in our community. We also have seniors in our community that need help, that are shut in because of the COVID-19 issue. There's many things that we could be doing individually as a club to assist with members of our community and still making an impact. But what else can we do to maximize our efforts with how we've had to adapt recently? So one of those things is hybrid meetings. Heard many of you discuss the opportunity to move forward with having 2 in-person meetings. We're doing in-person meetings and doing online meetings as we get back to normal, forever, how long that might be or how long that might take. But I think this dilemma, this pandemic that we've had has forced us to embrace the technology. And I think we all need to take advantage of that. And like I said before, we would have never been able to have this district training assembly, this session today, and have Jeff and John Hugo. And there were so many other people that we've reached out to that are doing the same thing right now. We tried to get Evan Burrow to come on and speak to us. He's actually in the session right now in Florida. It's in the evening in in Australia, Arizona. Same thing, right? I didn't pass geography in college. So, but it's about 10 p.m. and he's on a Zoom session with the District Training Assembly in Florida. And we did reach out to him, but there's options now moving forward that we can do online things and have people like that participate and benefit our organization, our district, our leadership. Does anybody recognize this guy? Yeah, this is George Schaffner. He's the reason why I'm here. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. But this is my installation. When I became a Rotary, or when I became part of Rotary. This picture was taken December 10th, 2012. I had to adapt. I look much different than that now, as you see. Things weren't going so well, but I almost left Rotary. Joined the club. It was fun. We had fellowship. We were doing things, but I didn't quite know how I fit in. I became involved. I was asked to do things digitally, social media-wise for our club, but I really didn't know how I fit in. I started participating in district-level events. I was on the planning committee for several district conferences, and that's when I met this person. Anybody have any idea who it is? I'm sure most of you older statesmen in Rotary know who this is, but this is Helen Reiser of the Rotary Club of New York. She was very inspirational to me, and in this day and age, she's even more inspirational to me. We met at a lunch seminar at past District Governor Doug Blasey's district conference, November 14th, 2014. She has a very storied past with her involvement in Rotary in New York. There is a lengthy list of her accomplishments. The first most important accomplishment she had in Rotary was July 10th, 2001. She was installed as the first woman president in that club's 92-year history, which is amazing if you think about it. But I don't know if any of you are familiar with what happened 2 months later. So all the planning that Helen did with her team completely changed on September 11th. I want you to think about when we move forward here. Sometimes we choose the impact that we can make, and sometimes the situation chooses us. So with that, do we have any questions Russ, is there anything in the chat that's come up here recently? Any discussions or anything like that? Does anybody have anything that they want to bring up?
Not yet.
Okay. Just keep in mind, the world can change around us, like COVID-19 has proved and this pandemic has proved. The world can change around us. We still need to be involved and we still need to make an impact. And adapt is the biggest thing.
Kevin, I do have one comment for you. I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
So in the world where we have many managers, how do we move people to be effective leaders?
I'm sorry, what was that one more time? There was background noise and it cut you out. In a world where
we have many managers, how do we move more people to being leaders?
I think leadership comes in many forms, and I think there's an opportunity. There's different types of leaders for different situations. I think you have to know your audience. I think you have to know the people that you're a part of. I think you have to not lose sight of your goal. I'm a Rotarian. I just happen to be selected to lead the district. It's not my year. It's not our year. I mean, it's the year of 2020, 2021. And I think you have to be a part of the team. And not so much as in front of the team, but working with the team, I think is a key factor. People are in positions because they're trusted and they're leaders. And you can't micromanage, you can't manage what they're doing. You have to have the faith that people are here to for that common goal and to complete that good. And I think that's, for many of you that have heard me speak, communication and teamwork and value of time are my three biggest things to be an effective leader.
Kevin, I think we have another question from Mark Cohen. Mark?
Yes, there was one question on DACV data back. We get membership leads, and sometimes, I mean, like I'll get one for like New Jersey or something. It just doesn't seem like Rotary's dispensing them correctly. And then also, you can't. I can open it, but I can't send it to my club presidents. Is there some way we can work on that?
So, Mark, the current membership chair handles those when they come in. I had noticed that too when I was an assistant governor. They go to everyone. So they are being handled properly by the membership chair. Karen has done a great job in placing people and reaching out and contacting and placing people. I guess your close proximity to New Jersey up there provides you the opportunity to have some Rotarians or interest from New Jersey perhaps cross over to come to Ben Salem area. But I do know for a fact that Karen does work diligently to make sure that those leads are pointing in the correct direction.
Can I jump in with one quick comment on that? Having been a membership chair and talked to RI about this. Sometimes there's a flaw in the algorithm and the assigning system. We see a lot in New York City where we get a variety of New York State misallocations or leads that should go to the Queens, Long Island district come into ours. Sometimes it's just an algorithm issue, but when one quickly then can boot it back to RI and say it's misassigned, it really should go to Jersey district or 7255, and then you can push it back to Rotary. But then the nice thing is to also reach out to that person with a quick email. You may be better served, you might be looking for Rotary in this district. Rotary is going to be back in touch with you, but I wanted to reach out. Jumping onto those leads really promptly for clubs. What we see a lot, and I see this is the zone working with membership, the DMCs generally do a really great job in getting the leads out from RI to the clubs. And then most of the clubs don't do that much with them. And they just kind of sit there and they don't get good follow-up. So clubs, if you get a lead from your DMC, someone is actually going to the RI website and saying, hey, I think I want to be a Rotarian. So act on those people, because that's just like, they're coming to you. So please embrace them and follow up with them and make them feel that they'd be valued as part of your club.
Why can't, when I send this to the presidents, why can't they open the attachments? That's another problem too.
If you assign the lead to a club, so if you are the membership chair, however your district decides you're assigning leads, that person responsible reaches out to the DMC should reach out to the person, make the first original connection, figure out the best club to assign them to a club, and then you do that in the system. You go on the RI lead system, assign it to the club, and then the person at that club level should be able to go onto the lead site and deal with it from there. So I can't answer the tech questions without seeing it right in front of me, but you as the DMC who's handling it can assign it to club presidents who can then interact with the lead on my Rotary.
Kevin, can I make a final comment?
Sure, Jeff.
Thank you, Cecily, for that. And by the way, we can handle that offline, that question about leads and why it won't open at all. I'm sure that we can handle that offline. And DMC is district membership chair. Someone asked that question. Just wanted to make a final comment on Toastmasters and bring you up to speed on that. You know that the board signed a memorandum of understanding last year with Toastmasters International. Most of you know Toastmasters for their communications and public speaking space, but what you may not know is that they have a very robust online modules for leadership development. That's a value proposition that a lot of our Rotarians look for in our organization, and especially our Rotaractors. So we signed that MOU with Toastmasters to co-brand modules that could be put out to the Rotary world. And I'm proud to tell you that we're ahead of schedule. If you go to the Learning Center at Rotary.org, the first 2 co-branded modules with Toastmasters are now available to you. There are more that will be coming. And the beauty of this partnership, and we're looking at more ways that we can partner with people. We can't do this work on our own anymore. The beauty of it is that Toastmasters is in 100 countries and regions in the world. They have 382,000 members. Their demographic is mostly female and mostly younger. And their average length of membership is 2 years because it's very goal-oriented. People join, they get what they want, and they leave. What Toastmasters told us was that they don't have an avenue for service, and we do. So this partnership going forward, we're all very excited about it. We think it's going to be beneficial for both organizations, and I just wanted to bring you up to speed on that. And finally, Kevin and Russ, and to all the team that put this together, great job this morning.
Thank you.
Terrific assembly. Cecily, I love you. Thank you for your participation. You and I put on about 1 million of these together, but your contribution to our organization is valued and appreciated. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Russ?
Kevin, just a couple quick things. Bob Lankin, you had a comment you want to make quickly? Bob,
Rotary International. I am unmuted by host. As district membership chair a number of years ago, I was responsible for the leads that came in from Rotary International. And these leads came in, people would say that they're interested in Rotary, and as a district membership chair, I would call them. What I did was not just tell them what club to visit, but what I did was I would ask them where they lived, where they worked, and help them find a club that would be convenient for them. And then I would tell them what day it met, and I would ask them if they'd be willing to visit that club. So I said to them before they answered my question, if they agreed to visit the club on a certain date, or a certain time, that they would actually show up. And that if they didn't want to promise that, that would be okay, and we just leave it at that. But if they did promise, I said to them that I was going to contact the club and tell them they were coming and ensure that they were going to get a red carpet treatment. And with that promise, I got a lot of people to actually show up without just dumping it on the club and saying to a club member, call this person. And I would call the people over and over again until I did reach them. And I think that system works best with the leads coming in.
thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Last comment, Emily Zabrodsky. Emily, do you want to make your comment just publicly rather than just in writing here?
Sure. Yeah, I just was wondering, like, if there is interest from district members to be set up some sort of online forum where we could share. I know our club uses Slack, where, you know, there's different channels of topics, and you can just, you know, whenever you go in, see what's there. You can post questions, people answer, just as a way for us to share ideas, you know, more easily and quickly with each other, instead of, you know, trying to figure out who's doing what, look up email addresses and all that. Just, you know, you can just post on there and anybody can answer and share what they're doing, because there's just going to be so many unknowns this year. And as we're all trying to navigate how to move forward, we're just going to need to share with each other. And if there's a really easy way to do that, I think that might be really helpful.
We can certainly, first of all, I want to thank you for heading up that committee, Emily. No, we can certainly look forward to doing that as Slack, or we can use the, you know, any other platforms that might be beneficial, but that could definitely be something that we look forward to. And I think it would be easier and better than email to communicate with, you know, members of each club that want to be a part of that, whether it's the president, you know, the incoming president, or, you know, a chair of a committee or something like that. But I do think that would be beneficial. Russ, I just have one more. There was a question that was sent to me directly from Bonnie. Yes, Bonnie, we will be working on individual committee chair sessions. That's something that we plan to do also. We will be working on that. I do see there's other questions in here. We'll have the chat. We'll have things like that. We'll go back, and I want to respect everybody's time. I really appreciate everybody being here. I mean, we had 86 people participate at this at one time today, so I truly do appreciate that. We did try to keep the 11 o'clock target. I do appreciate all the questions. My email is always open. You can email me, and I can do the best to answer, but I want to respect other people's times. And I still have, like, I just want to mention also Tuesday night, June 16th at 6:15 p.m. We're going to start. Amy Anderson from Upper Main Line and Bill Lieber from Westchester Sunrisers Club are going to lead our session for treasurers and secretaries. It's geared towards PEs, treasurers, secretaries, or anybody that might be interested or slated to take over that position, whether it's a year or 2 years, whatever down the road. Please sign up. The registrations are still open. Our tech guide today was able to set it up so that when you register, you should be getting a Zoom link sent to your email. And when you register, you'll be able to get the Zoom link when you register from this point on. Brian, thank you for getting that taken care of. And then on Thursday, June 18th, is the final tune-up for the AG and PEs. It's going to have a happy hour, and it's our last step in our training for our group. We are also privileged to have incoming Rotary International Director Valerie Wafer speak to us at that training. But this is the final step. This will close out our pre-pets, pets, and post-pets, if you want to call it.
Kevin, that's it?
Yes.
So now one thing I'll make comment to everybody. So for those of you who are on this call that are presidents-elect, this may not be the year that you signed up for. It's not the year Governor Kevin signed up for either. But I know you'll work with the changing circumstances. Kevin and his team will do everything they can to support you to be successful regardless of those changes.
Once again, I really want to thank Russ and Sean and Francie and Renee for helping, for all their efforts this year to put all the training together. It truly means a lot to me. I appreciate the participation of Matt and Dawn and your support and your leadership roles. My AGs, everybody that's part of the team, the president-elects, everybody that was here today, part of this team to make an impact in Rotary. I appreciate your commitment to Rotary, and let's get our ducks in a row. Thank you, everyone. Again, email me if you have any more questions or if we missed your question here. I do appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Kevin.